everyone, it's me Madison with another great week of DIYs, and this week I got some weird stuff going on. I'm gonna be real, I went to the market and I saw specifically these roses. These are called amnesia roses. They are gorgeous, and I was inspired. I was inspired by their really weird purple, grayish mauve tone, and I was like, I think I wanna go like muted colors. So this week I got some interesting stuff. I'm gonna be real. You're gonna be like, what in the world am I getting for this week's DIY? But that's okay, because I'm here and I'm gonna show you how to use them. I've also been inspired by this one Instagram artist. Her name is Dr. Cooper. She does a lot of florals for like Hermes or Hermes or however you pronounce it. And her style is so like, it's odd in a way, and I wanted to mimic that in a way by getting some weird florals, some weird colors, and just see what I can do. So this week I got this really tiny vase. It's clear, so you already know what it is. I'm already failing at that goal, but no leaves in the water, clear water. We've done this before, we got it. I got some berries, I got some green amaranthus, and we're gonna have a fun time, all right? So let's get started. First, I'm gonna show you guys our florals, as always. And the first one I got here is this green amaranthus. Amaranthus is really cool. It's in the family Amaranthaceae. I think I pronounced that wrong. I need to get back on my farm days. But yeah, Amaranthaceae, but also just known as amaranth or amaranthus, depending on who you talk to. It's in the same family as quinoa. A lot of grains are in this family, and it's really cool. It's really drapey and gorgeous, and this green amaranthus is gonna go very well with our like really weird muted tones we got going on. Next, we have some purple freesia. You also have some of this. I really like freesia because it kind of looks like butterfly ranunculus, which is the type of ranunculus that's really like wide open and like very frilly, delicate petals. And this reminded me of it, and I think it's gonna go really well with our amnesia roses. So you should have a couple stems of that. We have some privet. Ooh, dropped a stem. We have some privet. Privet is really cool. I really like the leaves of it. They're very dark and full and like muted, I guess. And then they have these really dark purple, creepy looking seeds on them. And I think they're gonna go well again with our amnesia roses, which are the star of the show today. Next, I have these mums. So I had some green mums, and you guys will be getting some green mums. But my green mums kind of went bad. I know. I got them on sale at Nordly's or at our wholesaler, and it's because they were dying. They didn't quite make the video. I tried to make a video with them, and they were just falling apart. So I decided to use some that we had in store to have these beautiful yellow football mums. But you guys should be getting green. So I look forward to sending those to you guys, and of course they're gonna, when you guys get the green ones, they're gonna go very well with our green amaranthus. So you have a couple stems of those. And then lastly, but certainly not least, we have our amnesia roses. Amnesia roses are really cool because they're unlike any rose you've ever seen. So I feel like I send you guys like white and peach and pink and these huge showy roses. Amnesia roses are really special. They're this cloudy, grayish, purple, almost murky color. They're so odd, and from far away, they look green and gray almost, but when you turn them into the center, you see that they're purple. They're a beautiful mauvey purple. And I just think with our freesia and with our privet, they're gonna look gorgeous. They're gonna look weird, but they're gonna look gorgeous. So that's what we got to work today. And that's right, if you're noticing, where are my greens? Well, guess what, honey? There are no greens. We're gonna have fun with no greens. We're just gonna use our privet and go from there. All right, so let's get started. So privet grows in these, like a lot of things we use, a lot of greens or like starter things we use, in this really cool pattern where it's like a branch with a bunch of stuff on it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna break it down the usual. I'm not gonna waste any leaves. I'm gonna make sure I break down all of this correctly. I can get at least what, 3 or 4 pieces out of this, so we're gonna make sure we use all of it. For my privet today, I think what I want to do is I want to cut it a little lower. Try not to make a mess, so I got my pot. Let's see if we use it throughout the entire video, guys. And I'm just gonna keep it real low. I kind of want it to be bunched together so it looks like this like black cloud. We're not gonna get rid of any of the greens. The greens will help us hide our mechanics. What I am gonna do is get rid of these like stems that don't have any berries on them. We just don't want random sticks sticking out of our bouquet. They're not really needed. We want berries. We want fruit. We're feeling fruitful. All right? So now what we're gonna do, keep those greens on there, and we're gonna stick that right, cut it a little lower. Just a little lower. Remember, you can always cut more, but you can't bring it back. So it's better to cut things low. Now with these privet greens, I'm gonna separate them, and I'm just gonna use them to fill out the bottom along with our beautiful little berries. Again, I don't want much, you know. Privet is so cool, like the way it grows. I love the leaves. I don't know what it is about the leaves of privet, but I really like them. Remember, always cut on an angle, take off any leaves that are below that baseline. You don't want any leaves in our water. Say this every week. Bam. And we're just gonna fill in that bottom. Now if you see what I got going on right here, I got this really weird drape effect going on. It looks like one of our privet leaves fell out. Let's shove that back in. There we go. I got this really weird drapey berry effect. I really like that. Excuse me, I love using florals that have like berries on them. It adds like a fruit type theme to it, if that makes sense. Or the better word is for texture. It adds good texture. So we're gonna keep using that. Again, I kind of want all my berries on one side. I don't want them, I'm gonna put a touch of berry on this side because I still want it to be cohesive throughout the entire arrangement, but I do want the berries to be kind of bunched and draping over all on one side. And again, we're gonna use all of our privet green, so make sure you use all of those beautiful privet stems I'm sending to you. And again, get rid of any of those like pesky, random twigs that don't have anything on them. Very annoying. Keep this one a little taller. So we have some green sticking out. So now we're gonna look at it, see how we like it. Beautiful. Honestly, I'm gonna be real. Sometimes I look at stuff like this and I'm like, I could leave this like that. But we have a lot more to do, so we're not going to do that. Next, I'm going to work on our mums. So again, I wanted to use these really cool green mums that were gonna go really well, but I bought them from our wholesaler, again, on sale. So your girl can't use them. I'm just breaking these down more so they're not everywhere. And we're gonna try to decide if I wanna keep these like together all on one side. I think I do. And we're just gonna use them in that way, I'm guessing. Honestly, guys, when I do DIYs, I let the heart follow me. And the heart should follow you. That's what DIY is all about. Let me not cut my finger. This is a long stem. Jeez. Let the heart follow where it wants to go. Do your own thing. Alright? These mums are beautiful. They're not the ones that I want to use, but they are beautiful. Alright. I just want to make sure I like the way this is looking. I do. These berries are so cool. Oh my god, I love privet. I love privet so much. Actually, I think I'm gonna cut this a little lower. There we go. Now I'm gonna go in with my amnesia roses. Again, amnesia roses are so special. Like, you don't really see roses like this, you know, growing in your garden or anything like that. They're this beautiful, I keep saying cloudy, but they just remind me of a cloudy day. They're so muted purple, and when you see them, you're gonna be like, what in the world? has Madison picked this week? I picked amnesia roses. What can I say? So we're gonna reflex some of these petals out. I've been really into reflexing lately. I don't really know why. It's just been on the brain. Like I've been reflexing every rose that comes into my hand. I just really like it. All right, I'm not gonna reflex them all the way, but I am gonna just reflex them a little bit. And then I'm gonna put them more upward. We're gonna do our another amnesia rose, excuse me. Now I got this rose and she looking a little funky. She got like some crazy brown spots. That's okay. Just pluck them out. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Whenever you use roses, you want to take off those bottom petals anyways. So whenever you see a bad petal on a rose, because not every petal is built the same, you're just gonna want to pluck them right off. And then you have a beautiful rose. I'm gonna blow this out a little bit before I start to reflex it. Loosen up her petals. And then I'm gonna start reflexing. Remember, to reflex, you just take these two fingers and you go flip. Now some roses reflex better than others. And right now in this video, I'm learning the variety of amnesia doesn't really like to reflex. But that's okay. We can still bend her to our will. When there is a will, there is a way. I'm gonna bend those outward. Oh, these are so pretty. These are so pretty. Well, this petal wants to go goodbye. So I'm gonna let her say goodbye. All right? Keep reflexing. Be patient. The more petals you reflex, the more of the other ones that don't want to stay reflexed will stay in place. Beautiful. See that? Just keep going. Just keep going. Be strong, flower friends. Sometimes what I do is when it's not reflexing or like it's not like blowing out the way I want to, blow in like a circle. Really get in those crannies and move those petals. Beautiful. See? And now she's doing what we want her to do. I really wish I had those green mums. You'll see, guys. They'll look beautiful. And you'll be like, what? Madison, those roses are gorgeous. And I'll be like, I know. All right, so we're gonna go on with our next one, our last amnesia rose. Really blow in there. Like, don't be afraid to get in there. I got flower stuff all over me. It's getting everywhere, but that's okay. That's okay, just keep going. I'm gonna gently reflex some of these. I think this one, I'm not gonna reflex too much. I kinda want it to stay the way it is, but I kinda want this like, I don't know, when I saw these roses, I had a vision in my head. I had a vision of like something, this sounds weird, but like decaying. I don't know, this like beautiful, muted, from the earth, decayed look. And I think that's what I like about that artist I talked about earlier. Her name is Dr. Cooper. You didn't hear me the first time. All her work looks so beautiful and like natural. And I really liked it. Cut this one a little lower and put her, let's see. I'll put her right in the front. Right in the front. All right, so now I have these freesias. These freesias are gorgeous. What I love about freesia is they're super bouncy. Like, they're so jiggly. And if y'all know anything about me, I love a jiggly, bouncy arrangement, bouquet, bridal bouquet that has some movement in it, you know? And I think freesia is one of those flowers that is perfect for that. They have so much movement. So we're gonna really keep them long in this bouquet. And we're gonna keep that movement. But like a lot of flowers, kind of like last week what we did with our spray roses, they have a lot of like extra tendrils on them. So I'm just gonna gently cut those off So the star of the show is the bloom, you know? Look at them, make sure there's no cricket blooms on them or there's no cricket petals on them. There's nothing browning. And then we're just gonna go swoop, just like that. Again, look at your bouquet, make sure you like how that looks. Sometimes I get to the end of these videos and I'm like, I actually don't know what that looks like. Why is it looking like that? And then I remember, oh Madison, maybe you should pick it up and look at it. And then maybe you'll like it. You'll like it a lot better. There we go, that's the movement I wanted. I want it to stick straight up and kind of just do its own thing. Beautiful. And then I have 2 stems in front of me, but we're only gonna use 2 of them. I'm gonna choose which one I like better. I think I like this one better because it has 2 beautiful blooms opening up on it. And I think they look very gentle and beautiful. I'm gonna keep this one super long. I'm gonna stick that one right there. Let's see if we like how that looks. Beautiful! Oh my God, I actually really love this one. I'm gonna be real, y'all. I was a little nervous. I was like, Madison, these colors you're doing are super daring. Super daring. What am I gonna do? But I actually really like it. All right. So now we have our green amaranthus. Again, the green amaranthus is beautiful because it drapes and it fills so much space and it's quite literally perfect for our bouquet today. So you should have, I believe like 1 or 2. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick our favorite stems. I think I really like this one. We're gonna take off all those leaves. Amaranthus comes with a lot of leaves on them, but we want the perfect leaf. The perfect leaf. And we're gonna just take off all those extra ones. We want the blooms, which are these really like drapey, grassy looking parts of it. We want those to show. So just get rid of all those pesky leaves that are in the way and taking away from the beauty of this plant. You can honestly just pick them right off, or you can use your handy dandy pruners. I'm just gonna pick them off. There we go. And I'm trying to decide what I want to do with this. Now I could put it at the bottom, like right here. Or I could do like a little drapey effect that's like right in the middle. I think what I'm gonna do, hold up, let me fix this. As y'all know, when you're making bouquets, things love to move around. Very annoying. I think I'm gonna do a little bottom piece. Have some like draping off this side, you know? I'm gonna use this piece as well. It's a little bigger and I think it will really fill out our bouquet. Again, take off all of those pesky leaves that just want to be in the way so bad. Perfect. All right, y'all, don't be afraid to, as I did in the last episode, I really got around this bouquet and I went, what do I want? And I got in front of the camera. Because sometimes you just really need to look at it from every angle and make sure you are enjoying what is going on. All right, now let's fix her. We got everything in there, so let's get her to stand the way we want. Again, I want my freesia to show movement and be jiggly and beautiful. That's what it's there for. I want my roses to be grouped together, but not bunched together. Like, I don't want them falling upon each other. I just want them to be next to each other. Make sure we're covering our mechanics in there. Reflex some of our roses, even if they don't want to say reflex. Let's get these babies open. Remember, sometimes all our roses need is a good 360. So really play with your angles, go off. Just a couple more adjustments. I'm trying to get this rose to stand up the way I need it to. And this freesia. Jeez. Alright, and here we go. This is a weird one, guys. I know. You'll probably receive this one this week and be like, Madison, what were you thinking? But I really like it. I really like how the freesias and the roses go really well together. How these mums, which were supposed to be green by the way, but we'll talk about that another episode. These yellow mums really bring out the earthiness and like really go well with our green amaranthus. And then we have these berries that bring out color. I absolutely love it. I don't know. I don't know. I got inspired by this woman and she uses the most wacky, cool colors that look so cool in super low vases. And I don't know, I was super inspired. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this week's DIY. I know I did. Again, it is different, but that's what this DIY experience is about. Stepping out of your floral comfort zones. So yeah, tell me what you thought of this DIY. Make sure you send in pictures, as always, because I love seeing them. And I will see you guys next week. All right? So again, Madison signing off, and have a good week.